Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in this morning. Let's just double check the audio and please let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. We're just gonna wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join in, and then we'll be starting the webinar in about 5 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's double check if you can hear us correctly, and we'll be using the question panel on the right side of your screen. You can use this panel to send us all of your questions throughout the webinar. So let's check on the attendees. Please let us know, Mr. Santos, Mr. Osmel, everyone who is already in the session, if you can hear us loud and clear. There's a question panel on the right side of your screen that will be available throughout the webinar to answer all of your questions. A quick reminder that this webinar will be recorded and sent to your email right after the webinar for any future review. Today, our webinar will be Reliable Power on Boats with Samlex, and we'll be starting in about 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, so I think now we're ready to start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar, Reliable Power on Boats with Samlex. Quick reminder, this webinar will be recorded and sent to your email right after the webinar. I would like to welcome Aida Guerrero from Samlex, who will be our presenters for today's webinar. Please send us all of your questions during the webinar, and we'll be using the question panel on the right side of your screen to answer them throughout the webinar. Also, at the end of the webinar, we'll have a Q&A panel to answer all of your questions. For those of you just joining in, welcome. Aida, now we're ready to start.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to EPCOM for this opportunity to thank personally your business and that you are recommending our products on your projects. And today we are having this webinar to show all the solutions to your service for marine industry. You might know some of the solutions, maybe you don't know about other ones, but it's a good moment for you to get involved of all the solutions, and you will be surprised of all the solutions that we can offer. It's a 40-minute webinar. Then I invite you to put aside anything that might be a distraction, such as WhatsApp or not email notifications, and then you can focus totally on the solutions because there's quite a few. Then you can also make notes and use the chat to send your questions. And at the end of the webinar, we're more than pleased to answer each one of those. I'm going to send back the microphone to Victor to read the questions, and I'll be glad to inform. Then this webinar, we start with a little bit Samlex America intro, then the solutions, and then the questions and answers. Then we start. Well, Samlex America is a Canadian company. We're a 31-year-old power conversion solutions company, and we offer solutions at 120 and 230. Then are suitable for different countries, different islands in the Caribbean or South America that handle 230. We have solutions at 120 as well. All our products are manufactured with high quality standards and they are certified. Each certification differs from the series that we are talking about. But what does that mean to you that our products, Samlex America, are certified? Well, it means that they are efficient. And how do you measure or quantify the efficiency? Well, it's because you are going to see that the power of the battery won't be depleted because the lack of efficiency that other brands might lack of. Ours are very efficient. They don't interfere with other products that are around and of course are safe. Also, it's important because on telecom, when you power a telecom product or device, you want to make sure that doesn't the what powers that product doesn't cause any kind of interference, and it's what you get with Samlex. Sorry. And well, what's all the product lines that we can offer? Well, we have a very wide inverter charger line, DC to AC power inverters, pure sine wave and modified sine wave, industrial battery chargers, 12 and 24 volts, inverter accessories such as fuses, cables, remotes, monitors, transfer switch, STS 30 amp, solar kit and accessories, solar charge controllers from 8 to 30 amp PWM, portable solar kits, 90 and 135 watt. They are pretty handy. They come in a very robust case that is meant for you to carry wherever you need it. And it comes with a 10 amp controller at the back that you can plug immediately, and it comes also with the cables for you to wire the battery. Of course, you need to have the inverter and the battery already. They don't come with those things, but you can take it wherever you need it. It comes with inclination that you can set the inclination on the panels and take it wherever you need it and take it back. DC-DC converters, we offer all the options: step up, step down, and equalizer, power supplies, and cabinets. And well, there's also to your service in Samlex America website the Marine Solutions catalog. Then you can see all the solutions that we can offer. This catalog is English version and also Spanish version. And you can share with your customers as well when you're making presentations, or you can use that catalog as a guide or remember what solutions we are going to show today. And well, what we are offering is a wide variety of products that allows you to power wherever you need on the boats, from laptops to batteries of portable tools, coffee maker, cameras, etc. But before going to the inverters, I would like to explain what's the difference between pure sine wave and modified sine wave. In the graphic, you can see with the blue line, pure sine wave. It's stable, doesn't cause any kind of interference, versus the modified sine wave is not that perfect and it can have some discrepancies, but of course the good thing is the price, and there are some products that they are not that susceptible to these variables, and then it can be powered with modified sine wave. Then all the products that are in the market are meant to be run on pure sine wave. Having said that, there are some products that can be run in modified sine wave. But what is always necessary to be powered with pure sine wave is radio equipment, timers, medical equipment, audio systems, telecom, of course, or other any other sensitive products that needs to be powered with pure sine wave, and any other product that has a meter. It could be or measure something. It could be a clock, it could be a thermometer, it could be an perimeter, or anything that has to measure something needs to be powered with pure sine wave. Modified sine wave, as I said, well, is we're talking about the cost. Then we are offered this lower cost option, and you can power the batteries of the portable tools, pumps, water or air pumps, basic electronics, or simple appliances. And well, through EPCOM, you can have access to a very wide or the widest variety of inverters in the market that Samlex offer. We offer models from 100 watt till 3000 watt at 12, 24, and 48, and at 120 and 230 as well. Here is the first inverter line, is the PST series. This line comes from 120 till 3000 watt, 1224. Then for bigger boats, you have the 24 volt option. The models from 300 watt up to 3000 comes with a feature that is a automatic on and off. Then that means that you can wire a third cable and power the inverter through the starter of the boat, or you can install a separate switch, which is also widely used in your market. Also, the models from 15 watt and up have the capability of hardwire what is going to be connected. Then if you see in this photo, the 2000 and 3000 has an entrance on the right side, the silver thing, that you can power, you can hardwire the product that you want, or you can plug it with the NEMA plugs. And the plate on in front comes off, and the wiring is perfectly very protected inside the chassis. Then you don't see any cable loose or anything like that. And in between the NEMA, you might see two buttons, which is the GFCI protection. The GFCI activates if there's a short circuit or a damage during through the cables. Then it will protect the system to get a bigger damage. Then you just need to reset the unit. This series is a heavy duty, and what do we mean with heavy duty? Well, it means that it can work 24 hours, 365 a day. Then anything that you need on the road, or any days that you are on in the ocean, the unit will resist that heavy period of working times, day and night. Then it's a product that you can rely on. The models from 600 watt and up, you can add a remote on site. It could be the RC15A or the RC300. Then you can put it on the in an area that is more comfortable for you or for the user to track what is happening with the system. And it becomes very handy because they can easily track what is happening with the batteries and pay attention and something what is needed. This, as I said, all these series are certified. This one as well. And of course, this series comes with all the protections that might need: high voltage, low voltage, alarm sound, high voltage disconnection. It has all the protections are on the spec sheet. Then I invite you to check the spec sheet of all or each one of our products, and you will find all the protections there. You can also find the weight, the dimensions. Then you will know exactly where you can install the unit on the in the boats according with the dimensions of the unit. And here in this slide, you can see on the left side on there the front part of the inverter, and then you can see the GFCI, the NEMA plugs. You can see where you can hardwire the unit. The number 10 on the left corner down is the input for the remote, and the 4A is the on and off switch that it has, where you can hook up the wire. This series offer a wide operating input range, which comes from 10.7 to 16.5, and a wide temperature range, working range is -20 till 40. Then it can work with bigger alternators. Always will try to provide a stable energy what is powering, and the fans are very robust, is are working by controlled by the temperature. Then that means that only turn on when is needed and turn off when the unit it cools down. Remember that the inverters are warmer inside than outside, but also the chassis has these heat dissipators on the sides, which helps even more to release the temperature. And here's an example of the spec sheet that I mentioned, where you can see all the requirements of the unit, the output, the input, the protections, the weight, the dimensions, all the information you need. Also, we have the manuals. Then you can check the manuals as well. And here you can see an example or how you can do the installation on the boat. Then if we focus our eyes from the inverter, you can see the bubble that amplifies the automatic on and off. Then also you can see the line of the ignition, the automatic on and off that goes directly to the starting battery. Then the engine, the alternator. We have here another great, very handy tool, the ACR 160 that I'm talking later. The alternate battery, the fuse block, the battery guard, the remote on the battery charger, the transfer switch 30 amp, the inverter, and the transfer switch allows you to have alternate the grid when it's available or use the alternate bank when needed. And as I said, we also offer this series at 230, but this series is PST-E, ending with E. And well, has the it comes from 150 to 3000 watt. On modified sine wave, we offer the SAM 450 12E, and the in 120 version, it comes from 100 to 3000 watt models. Uh, Here is another great solutions for you, for your market, because this new series, the NTX series, is a pure sine wave inverter, heavy duty as well. Comes models from 1000 to 3000 watt 12 volt, and comes with a remote included, but also is a lighter and smaller unit, slimmer. Then that means that is suitable for the boats, because it's always all about weight and dimensions, right? We have a space constraint, and also the weight is a concern. These units are lighter and robust, but without sacrificing the robustness of the unit. And also comes with a remote included, which can be very useful for the user of the boats. It has double its capacity in surge up to 1 second, and the fans are also very robust, and it is certified and is very efficient. As I said, you can see the efficiency, or you can notice the efficiency when you detect that our products won't drain the power on the batteries, which are very important. That power will be used for what you want to really power. Um, the 3000 version, the 3000 model comes with a different plug, and the box comes with a mail as well, for you to make the connection. Then is the difference between the 3000 versus the smaller models of this series. Now, changing to another solution. That's why I told you pay attention, because it's a lot of information, but you don't have to memorize. EPCOM people will send you the webinar. You can have the catalog, the PDF, and it's something that you can start realizing all what you have on hand to offer solutions to your customers, and more complete and integral solution for what you are currently offering. The industrial battery chargers come at 12 or 24 volt models, from 15 amp till 80 amp at 12 volt, and 15 to 40 amp at 4 and 24. You can add the remotes, the 900RC, and this unit can work with any lead acid battery, gel, AGM. From the factory comes at 120, but manually can be switched to 230 with an internal jumper. The instruction, the full instruction on how to make the switch is on the manual. Is not a complicated procedure. It's very easily, it's one page. But you can also see on a video on Samlex America website. Then you can see the video how to make the switch, and you will notice it's a very quick and easy switching, because it's meant to be easy for you to make the procedure fast. It works automatically. Is 3 stages, then automatically detects in which state of charge the battery is, and will charge accordingly. And of course, when it's fully charged, interrupts charging. I have never heard of any battery bank suffer damage using ours, rather the contrary. We were having a meeting with this customer, and they told me that 7 years ago they had a lot of problems with leaking batteries, and then they start switching using Samlex, and the problem was solved. And he has those chargers ever since. Of course, you have to give maintenance periodically to any product, right? Then for to make last. Some cleaning on the fan, some maintenance that you can have it, and the products will last. All our products are meant to work in or install, I mean, inside the cabin, not in the open. Then is the way they can last, and is certified as well. Then you can see here the difference between a bigger model, the 1250 amp or the 15 amp. The bigger models, the 50, 80, and 40 amp, and the 25 amp, comes with a temperature sensor included. That it improves also significantly the way the battery charger is tracking the status of the battery to charge accordingly. You don't have to reset or give any other instructions, but to inform or at the beginning program the unit on what type of chemistry or you are powering the batteries, AGM, gel, or whatever. Then you can see the instructions also on the manual. On the manual, the program is through deep switches, and once that is done, the unit will track and automatically the status of the batteries. Then it can be used as a power supply as well instead. The bigger models also allows you to charge smaller battery banks when you program the unit working at half capacity. Then that means that if you have another battery bank smaller than the 50 or 80 amp, you can program the unit to work half capacity and able to charge that smaller bank that you have, and then you don't need to buy a second charger. Also, they have told me that sometimes you need more than 40 amp, 2440, 24 volts, 40 amp, you need more than that in certain boats, maybe up to 60 amp. Then you can put in parallel two units 2440 and you to get the amperage that you need. The units didn't talk each other. However, because they are tracking the status of the battery bank and they have the temperature sensor, you can achieve the goal on having the amperage that you need. Here you have a diagram, like the initial diagram, then you can now have met the battery charger, the inverter, the monitors, and now we keep on talking for other solutions that you see in this diagram. We are switching to the DC-DC conversion when you need 24 to 12, 12 to 24, a different application. It could be security or service boats, fishing, boat houses, yachts. And we have the IDC series offers the three options: models, step up, step down, equalizer, different amperage. Step up is 24 to 12, 7, 10, and 20 amp. SDC series is a full line of 24 to 12 step down converter and have more offer models from 5 amp till 60 amp. All these units, as an example, you can power a radio, and it's always a concern that I want to have a good reception on my radio, and you will using our converters. Then this is an example, and you can use our converters and rely on not having any kind of interference. And of course, they will last. Then switching to a little bit more complete solution, an inverter charger. I'm pretty sure many of you are very familiar with this solution. It's an inverter, a battery charger, and a transfer switch inbuilt in one unit. This unit can be powered through the grid, through a generator diesel of gas, that many of the boats comes with a generator. Then you can take advantage of that generator, but you can also reduce the time of the generator is running, switching through the grid when available, or switching to a photovoltaic system through connected with an external controller 50 amp capacity to have, if we fully charge the battery bank. Then this battery bank will be always a full charge because the Evo will track, all the tracking is performed through the status of the battery. Then we'll check in which status the battery bank is, it will be always in a full charge. Of course, will come with all the protections. You can program all the parameters. Then the protections of the battery bank, you can, for example, program the low voltage disconnection and reconnection. All the programming is performed through the Evo RC. The Evo RC is the programmer, but is also the remote on site. Then we recommend that all the units comes with its own remote. Also offers automatic on and off. Then you can also hardwire, if you want to do it that way, you can do it through the alternator. Then when you program, for example, the low voltage disconnection and then automatic reconnection, you are guaranteed that that battery bank won't be depleted at all because you already have that lock. Then allowing the Evo to reestablish the power of the battery bank. It also has a hibernation time, and it has a very low consumption, which is very outstanding in this kind of inverter chargers. And it has a working ambient temperature minus 20 till 60. Then this unit can work anywhere in the world. It comes with conformal coating on the PC boards, then is suitable and resistant to corrosion and saltiness. It has a storage capacity up to 30 minutes, triple its capacity. That's unique on the Evo. I don't know any other inverter charger offer that robustness, triple its capacity up to 30 minutes. Then for water pumps or motors or compressor, you can rely on this unit. This series comes in two versions, 120 and 230. The Evo E is 230 and the Evo is 120. On the Evo, there are models from 1200 watt till 4000 watt. The remote is the Evo RC. In both series, use the same Evo RC. The smaller models, the 1200 watt 12 volt and 1200 watt 24 volt, comes in two versions. The F comes with switches to plug what you want to power, or the version FHW, which is hardwire. It comes with terminals to hardwire what you want to power, and comes with one AC input. Then you power through the grid or through the generator or through the alternator. The rest of the series comes with two AC inputs. And here you can see another big advantage of this series that also works with any lead acid battery, but also with lithium batteries. And then if you have a customer that currently has have a lead acid and in the future wants to make the switch, it can use the same series. Also, the 2200 till 4000 comes with the ABYC certification, which is the best for the market that you service. Another solutions for you. We are not done. You should be very excited because maybe you don't know how many solutions are for your market. Then here you can see the battery guards. These battery guards protects for over discharge the batteries. Then it comes with a menu, 10 options for 12 volts, 10 options to 24, automatic detects 12 or 24. And each option comes with automatic disconnection and reconnection, and it activates after 90 seconds. This protection is meant to avoid for the unit switch or trip for any slight voltage discrepancy. Then you will fully protect your battery bank using the BG. It's a very small unit. Once it's programmed, there's no way that can be reprogrammed or touching. It comes in three models, 40, 60, and 200 amp. Then you are really protecting the battery bank. The price of this battery guard is minimal compared with the price of the batteries and the protection that gives to their batteries. And here you go. You have the same diagram with the inverter and the battery guard. In the case of the inverter charger, that feature comes inbuilt in the Evo. Another solution is the battery isolator, the ACR 160 amp. Separates or protects the starting battery from the alternate battery bank, and is a way that you can protect for a deep discharge the starting battery. Recharge two battery banks is waterproof, and the good thing of this unit is when you start the boat, will start powering first the starting battery, and once it's charged, they will start charging the alternate bank. Then doing like that prevents or protects the different chemistry of the starting battery versus the deep cycle battery. And here you have a diagram where you can see a little bit more in detail the alternator, the starting battery, the ACR, the auxiliary battery, and why not an external battery charger. Also comes with external, you can install an external LED light and external switch activation option if you want to. And here you go, these two very handy solutions, the ACR 160 and the battery protectors. Also, if you need a sound alarm on site, you can use the BW01 for one battery bank and BW03 for two battery banks. It's very easy to connect. You can put it on any area on the dashboard because it's not a big unit or monitor, and you can track what is happening with one or two battery banks and have the sound alarm for the people to pay attention what is happening. And here is an invitation to take advantage of the remotes. All our products, some comes with the remote included, some others are sold apart. On some series, you can use the modified sine wave inverters. You can use the remote on the models from 1000 watt and up. And well, it's all these solutions to your service. And as I said, well, it can use in different kind of boats in the market or needs of customer needs. And all the manuals and spec sheets can be found, of course, on EPCOM website, but also can be found on Samlex America website. Our website offers photographs, manual spec sheets, videos, frequent asked questions, testimonials, customer videos. Then is to your service. Please take advantage of our website. And as I said, well, we have 31 years in the market thanks to the robustness and reliability of our products. As you can see, we have a wide variety of solutions for the marine markets, inverters, inverter chargers, industrial battery chargers, DC-DC converters, industrial battery chargers, isolators, protectors, remotes, then you name it. Then all the information of any of our products, your sales rep will be glad to assist you. And well, thank you so much for your attention today. And I'm going to pass the microphone to Victor, and he can help us out to read your questions.
Thank you so much, Aida. Thank you so much for this amazing information about the Samlex products. And well, now we have a space for a Q&A, and please let us know if you have any question about the information about this webinar. And also, if you have an upcoming project that we may be able to help you, we have our engineering team ready to help. So let's wait a couple of minutes, and then if any of the assistants, Mr. German, Mr. Santos, Mr. Hector, Sheldon, any of the active participants of the webinar, if you may have a question that Aida can help us answer at the moment, please use the question panel on the right side of your screen to send us all of your comments
But also, if later on,
or
because
question.
there's a lot of
And we'll
information
be
that we
here a
cannot
couple of minutes to.
digest, maybe if they have an email address that you can share with them if later on they have a question.
Yes, also, we'll be sending this webinar, the recording of the webinar, to your email with AIDA's information as their contact email and their information. So if we might not have a question at the moment because we know there is a lot of information to digest, we will be sending the contact information so you can contact us during the week or later after watching the webinar. So Aida, we thank you again for your time this morning. And well, if we don't have any other question, we're gonna end the webinar at the moment.
Thank you so much and see you in the next webinar. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Aida. Have a great day.